All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to the live stream here. It is 8 a.m. Eastern Standard now, moving into the New York live session, and it's 27th of November 2017. And let's get started. We need to discuss Euro, Dollar Index, Gold. Uh, At least these three charts I want to discuss in detail. Good trade setups are being seen here, and if time remains, we will touch upon pound, crude oil as well. All right, so let's get started with some wave counts here. Probabilities still remain very strong for a potential wave 1 of a larger degree being formed in euro a couple of weeks back. Can be labeled as it could be wave A, the entire drop from 1.2092 towards 1550 could be wave 1 or labeled as wave A as well, depending on how it's going to take shape. Right. After that, the subsequent rally, if you pay attention, that's a corrective one again unfolding into three waves. The wave C might have gotten some room to push on the north side, but that is not significant at all. It could be maybe 20 points, 20 to 25 points from here. Can be labeled as a small a, b, and c. So it's corrective in nature, and I may take the liberty of plotting it as a wave 2 or a potential wave B. If you look at the Fibonacci ratios, interesting Fibonacci convergence is seen that's the main boundary, wave 1. And let's go counter trend now. The extensions of the counter trend, they were 1977 is where we are seeing convergence, and if you allow me to draw a channel, then I think that that parallel line is intersecting uh, across 1977 right now. So maybe we can see a push higher towards the 1977 mark, and then a reversal should be on cards. All right, so the trade, how do you trade here? It's like this. You've got to remain on the short side. If you are just joining, you might want to take it fresh. If you have already done, please remain on the short side. Strong resistance prevails at 2092, so your stop should be the risks should be going somewhere around 2092. If that is not falling under your risk management, as I said, you need to look into your personal risk management levels as well. 1 to 2%, that is fine. Then you might want to consider placing your stop loss just around the 2035 mark. All right. So all in all, euros sell on rallies or sell now with the stop around 2092, and expect prices to drop lower. All right, we are looking for either wave 4 termination at 1.1480, or if it's not a wave 4, then I think euro might be maybe dropping in a big manner. We'll take a call later as to what are the probable wave counts afterwards. All right. Let's move on to the dollar index. That's one of the setup which is very close, and it's followed absolutely well. The only thing is that we could not take much benefit of the drop here. We were wanting to sell, but maybe around 94.50, and that guy reversed from 94.20. But one good thing has happened, if you noticed. That is a corrective drop. 1, 2, and 3, that is A, B, and C. So if we label on this chart now, I think I can take the liberty of plotting straight away wave 1 or capital A is opposite of what we discussed in the euro. Euro might have formed a leading diagonal, but dollar index is clearly indicating an impulse rally between 91 and 95. If you are still wondering about that, we'll be discussing a lot about impulse waves in the next session, that is session 2. You might have seen the session 1 video being uploaded today, and in session 2 we'll be discussing about fractal nature of the markets, and then motive waves. So impulse will be discussed around the motive waves time. So here it is, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 will be an impulse, and then followed by an ABC. If you look at the channel forming, even the channel formation looks to be perfect at this point in time. Unlike that of euro might drop one last time, but I think this guy has almost completed its drop, and it's throwing under. That's a good sign again. So another 10 points lower from here by the time euro completes its rally is quite possible, I think, but that should be it. So high probable trade setups, if you look at this point in time, let's also put up Fibonacci ratios actually, both on the trend and the counter trend. There you can see maybe it could drop towards 92.32. I don't think so, but maximum worst come probable scenario, a quick drop towards 92.30, 40 levels, and then a pullback. Another point that you should be noting, because we combine not just the wave principle, that's almost the best part of your analysis, but it's about Fibonacci ratios, and then support and resistances, trend lines, and the channel lines. Now what I'm indicating here is the past resistance zone, which is most probably providing support right now. So all in all, a wonderful Gartley structure is into the making, where you have an impulse wave 1 followed by a 3-wave drop or a corrective drop. That's the entire Gartley structure, up Gartley, and by most probable chance high probable trade setup. That's what is most important. Should be a rally from here, and that rally should easily extend towards 98 levels. We'll be discussing it in details during the weekend. I'll be doing a lot of case studies once we are through with the basic discussions on the wave principle. It would mostly be wave studies and case studies, sorry. Another indicator that we normally watch is the oscillators. both brothers MACDs and the RSIs. And one of the best location, or one of the best situation is what we are seeing right now. uh, Bullish divergence scenarios are clearly visible since last week actually. Prices are forming new lows. During the same time, the RSI is diverging, so it makes a lot of sense as well. Look to go long if you are just joining, or if you have been with me last week as well. Kindly hold on to your long sides. The risk remains around 91 levels, and take profits. Go towards 98 and even higher, brothers. All right, let's go and look at the gold chart now. As I said, gold has got a great tendency to test our patience. It has remained sideways all through uh, almost 1.5 months, I would say, and before that, through September, October. The one good thing that it has proved is it has dropped five waves: one, two, three, four, and five. So as far as the labeling is concerned, we can label again wave one or A, but I would like to go with A because the entire drop is actually a correction. Sorry. Five waves down means this drop is still not enough. It's not done. Had it been three waves, then it would have been a different scenario altogether. But since it is five waves, it is more or less clear that we are looking for one more low below that 1260 mark. All right, and that keeps us on the sell side on each intraday kind of rallies. Now, if you look at the count here, that is 3. This is also 3, and 1, 2, 3, maybe 3, 4, and is it looking for a fifth wave up there? Let's find out if it is. I'm trying to. We are exploring a possibility of an ending diagonal structure in gold. Maybe the third wave is the highest one, and wave 4 enters the territory of wave 1. Yes. So if that is true, then I think gold might push. Sorry. Gold might be pushing across the 1300 mark. All right. Uh, Maybe as a throw over, test of 1306. In that case, what I would request here is just tune in your stop loss to around maybe we have placed around 1307 right now. Maybe we can push it a couple of points higher towards 1309. Remains to be seen when it is going to complete that. Right. But selling on rallies remains on cards. We've got an A, and then we might have, we are into construction of an ending diagonal which could push maybe towards 1306-7 levels and produce a flat. That could be labeled as a capital B. And if that is true, we are heading for a small rally over here. Remember, we have sold around 92, 93 levels. The stop, I would recommend 1310 and above. There is also a good possibility of wave B being terminated around 1296.97 here. But maximum worst case scenario now 1305, 1306. It's actually touching 1303 right now, so somewhere around that level. If you see a push higher, that is not a rally, it is a bull trap. Rather than getting on the long side, you should be looking to sell further. All right, and the downside targets should be around 1270, 1250. In fact, it should go towards 1250 and lower levels. All right, so three trades we have discussed in this session. We'll keep it up now, up to the 3 sessions now. For all trade updates live, kindly consider joining my free Telegram channel by the name Japee. You can write to me at herjapee.yahoo.com for any queries, any questions that you would want to share with me. Please feel free anytime. I'm also coming up with a web page, a Google web page. It's been done in a very simple manner. More will be added over there. Alright, brothers, so let's keep the session till now. We also have got pound on the short side, crude oil on the short side, and Bitcoin on the short side. Alright, so thank you once again, brothers, for joining in live here. And if you have just missed it, I'll be posting the recording on my telegrams and sharing it on other websites as well. You'll find it on the Telegram channel after the session is done here. Alright, so good luck to your trades, brothers, and until the next session, please take care and God bless. Thank you.